There's just not that much to talk about.
Oh, I have.
I mean, you always surprise me, but
I have lots of hot takes, rants, complaints, contrarian takes on things to start an argument.
howdy, it's Monday, September 23rd, 2024, and this is episode 237 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City podcast, and not Casino Biz. I'm Kyle Askin, joined as always by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
Save the Casino Biz for the next episode.
Okay.
Because this episode, what's good is so much Atlantic City.
It is the Atlantic City podcast. First time for everything.
I know, yeah. We actually get to talk about real in-person experiences in Atlantic City. That never happens.
Romantic experiences?
It's been 4 months.
What?
Yes. Since romantic experiences, not since AC. It's been even longer than that for AC.
First time for everything.
We got an Always Once Never. We begged and begged for emails of Always Once Never suggestions, and we got one from John Brennan, who normally I would just say John B, but there's another John B, and everyone would be confused. He says, "Long-time listener since episode 9, love the show. My wife and I discussed these choices. Bar of your choice, and the Always Once Never is premium cocktail built with quality liquor, mixed drink, cheaper gin and tonic, screwdriver, etc., or beer." So premium cocktail, mixed drink, beer. And I'm assuming with these, your always is like, you have to get always that drink, except for the one more time that you get whatever the once more is.
That sounds right.
All drinks ordered at this bar must be your always, except for your
I mean, I think it should be all drinks ordered in Atlantic City.
Ooh, okay, let's do it. Let's go.
I mean, I don't know what premium cocktail means or whatever. Like, can you not order strawberry daiquiri whipped cream anymore? Is that just merely a mixed drink? Hard to say.
Ooh, that's a tough call.
Yeah. I think maybe we can exclude the casino floor.
I agree. Casino floor is its own animal. There's not really premium cocktails on the casino floor, I would say.
Right. I mean, there are, but you need status usually to get them. Or
yes,
to be at Golden Nugget, well, they'll just give you
anything you ask for.
A liter of Black Label.
So, all drinking not on the casino floor in Atlantic City. What is your always once never? I think I have a good idea of what you're going to say.
I mean, for me, it's just an absolute no-brainer. It's always beer, once more premium cocktail, and never again mixed drink, because I don't need that anyway. So that's not much to talk about. For me, I think maybe for you it'll be a little bit more interesting, but yeah, for me, I think everyone knew going in what it was going to be.
Yeah, the mixed drink is going into the ocean for me. The one argument I can see for the mixed drink is that it is cheaper than the cocktail for the most part. Although I feel like value-wise, you're just not getting much for your dollar in the mixed drink.
And that's not really what you're going for. I mean, if you're going to spend money on anything in Atlantic City, it's going to be on a nice drink. So
right. The real question is, like, am I really just not going to order beer? That's a tough one.
You just can't go to Irish pub anymore, right? That would eliminate that entire bar from your repertoire.
That's a good point. I mean, I'm surely
or Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall
cocktail. Oh, that's tough too.
The Beer Garden.
Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall does have a large cocktail menu. Beer Garden, I said, has a cocktail menu.
I mean, we talked about it this trip, which we'll get to.
I didn't order a cocktail. It's really tough, but I think I do have to go premium cocktail always, just because I feel like the cocktails are a big part of the trip for me. Like, that's a big part of the excitement about a trip is, going and drinking some good cocktails. And if I was limited to just beer, I think it would diminish my enjoyment of Atlantic City.
I think that's right. I think you are giving up a lot by not being able to have beer anymore.
Yeah.
But I think that's the right choice for you.
I mean, I guess I'm sort of cheating by claiming that I can have beer on the casino floor.
But there's just no alternative. There are no premium cocktails at most places, so...
Right. I mean, even if I'm banned from having beer even on the casino floor, I think I still probably pick cocktails. That's really tough, though. Because there's nothing like having a nice macro light beer as soon as you get to AC and you're sitting at the video poker machine. Such a good feeling.
I mean, I think I was like too deep by the time you came over and found me at Blackjack. So I just love getting my Miller Lights right when I get in.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, sitting down at the video poker machine, got my Miller Lite, and the first time you hit the button on the video poker machine and it actually rings up, even if it's just like 2 pair and it rings up to like slightly more than you bet, it's like, a nice dopamine hit right there. That's how people get addicted to gambling.
That is how people get addicted to gambling.
$1.25 video poker.
Yeah.
So that's Always Once Never. Thank you, John, for emailing. Anyone else who has suggestions, email them to keep the segment going.
Yep, we need more suggestions, but thank you very much, John. That was a good one.
I feel like we're holding a gun to the segment's head, like, we're going to shoot it unless you send us suggestions.
No, but seriously, we don't have any more ideas, so we will shoot it.
Man. All right. Well,
we went to Atlantic City.
yeah, I think we got to get right into it. There was some question about whether we were going to go Thursday or Friday, so what happened with that?
I think we just defaulted to going on Friday, just because I think it would make both of our spouses happier.
Yeah, we just kind of never talked about it. Like, we never texted or anything, and then we just both showed up on Friday.
Yep. I mean, so for me, I said I was going to leave when traffic got better, which is usually around 10 for me, but I looked at traffic at 8, and it was totally fine, so I left pretty much at 8. So I ended up getting into Atlantic City at like 11:30 or something like that.
Even before that, I think you texted me that you were already there. Yeah, and I was sort of taking my time. I left at 9. And then I was on the way down and I like stopped once for a coffee, and then I was like driving by a Walmart and I was like, I'm going to go into Walmart and stock up on waters and Gatorades and stuff. And then
hydration tablets.
And then I saw your text that you were like already there. And I was like, oh, well, now I'm going to be late.
So late. Trip ruined.
Also, foolishly, I stopped at the Walmart, which for some reason had almost no refrigerated water or Gatorade or anything, although they did have Rainstorm energy drinks, of which I drank 2. And then as I'm pulling out, I see an Aldi. I'm like, no! Aldi would have had like 6 waters for $1 or something like that.
Yeah.
So now I know for next trip, Aldi.
I mean, the guy on the boardwalk had 6 waters for $5.
He did. Didn't trust those waters. Did not. Also, like, who's like, yeah, I need 6 waters.
Yeah, I don't know who buys 6 waters from a guy on the boardwalk.
Someone very hungover and thirsty who didn't smartly stop at the Aldi on the way.
Right, to get your hydration tablets.
I brought those from home.
Oh, that's from home, not a Walmart product.
No, I already had those. Walmart was just water and Rainstorm, REIGN, Storm Energy.
All right, well, that was a very interesting story, so let's get into the trip.
I got there shortly after you did.
Yep, I was playing blackjack, I think, when you got there.
Yeah, I think you went straight to blackjack.
As one does.
I wandered around a little bit, played a little video poker, and then I was hungry for lunch, but you had McDonald's.
I did have 2 breakfast sandwiches for BOGO or whatever, so actually, I think it was buy one, get one for $1. Yeah, 2 sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits not that long before that, so I was not very hungry.
Yeah, so I took that opportunity to go to Chicken Guy at Resorts, which is out on the boardwalk. You were very surprised that it was like boardwalk adjacent.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be in the food court for some reason, but it was on the boardwalk.
I can confirm it does have sort of, I guess, what you'd call a bar. There are like 4 little high chair seats that you can sit at with like liquor behind it. I guess you could sit there and order cocktails, although it's not a very nice ambiance bar, I would say, because it basically looks like you're drinking at a fast food restaurant. So I ordered the BLAT, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Bacon, lettuce, avocado, tomato.
And tomato.
Chicken sandwich. I said good, not great was my tweet. It was totally fine. I would probably choose it over the other stuff at the food court. Like if I was in a similar situation and wanted lunch, I probably would go back to Chicken Guy. Like there are decent options.
There are supposedly some good options in the food court that I've never tried. By all accounts, I think the Soup Man is okay, and I think the Mexican place is supposed to be pretty good too. But I've never been to either.
Bubba Coos burritos? No, I've never been to either of those. So yeah, maybe I would try one of those. But Chicken Guy, I mean, it's Guy, so I'd probably go back. I didn't have any of the sauces, and they like very heavily advertised the variety of sauces. So maybe I'd just get like tenders and some sauces next time.
Some tendies?
Although I have to say they were advertising like a new Korean chicken sandwich that looked pretty good. One thing I'll say, it's like smashed thin and then battered and fried chicken, so it's extra crispy chicken. So if that's not your thing, if you like Chick-fil-A style more, that's like more lightly breaded and fatter chicken, this is not that. So it's probably not for everybody, I'll say. The other thing about Chicken Guy, I was saying I was going to get 1:45 a.m. chicken sandwich because they're supposed to close at 2 on Fridays. As of September 3rd, so right after Labor Day, they have updated the hours to 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to midnight Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, have to get an 11:45 p.m. Chicken Guy instead.
And I actually would not even trust that it would still be open at 11:45.
Yeah.
The sign on the door said 11, so...
Presumably you were the only person awake in Resorts at 11:45, so...
We'll get to that.
Which I guess we'll get to. Yeah.
We will get to that. So you went to check in when you got there. What happened with that?
So I just went to try to check in when I got there, and basically they're like, yeah, we've got a room or whatever, and I went through the procedure, but they're like, it's going to be $40 or $45 to check in before 2 p.m., so I was like, no, I'll wait. So Then I went back to the automated machine at 2 and got my keys. Yeah, check-in was pretty pleasant, other than them not giving me my keys at 11:45, which is not that ridiculous, I think.
Well worth saving $45 to know.
Yes. I didn't need to get into the room that bad. I just carried my backpack around.
I just left my stuff in the car. So we played a little bit at resorts, and then any thoughts on the playing at resorts in this period? You just played a lot of blackjack, right?
No, it's a bunch of blackjack and craps, I think, during this time, and both went quite well, so I was up quite a lot of money at this point, so it was good.
No pumpkin chip, though.
No pumpkin, yeah.
Theme of the trip for you.
Yeah, no pumpkin chip.
Close, but no. So then we walked on the boardwalk to the beer garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of notes on that walk is that Stewart's, which we sort of speculated was not still open, meaning I think Stewart's lasted one summer,
Yeah.
has been replaced by something called Oceanfront Tacos and Burgers, like a little to-go window. And the other thing is that the Starbucks at Boardwalk Hall is temporarily closed, which I tweeted about, and somebody was like, there's one in every casino now. But I wanted one on the boardwalk between the casinos, obviously.
I mean, technically there's 2 in some casinos.
Is there?
Only Tropicana, right?
Yes, Tropicana has 2. Ocean has a Starbucks and the Cafecino.
Mm-hmm. Resorts doesn't have one.
It does not have Dunkin'.
Bally's does not have one. It has a Dunkin'.
Yeah, I mean, I do sort of wonder if the Starbucks in the Boardwalk Hall is getting squeezed out by the Starbucks in the Caesars. Like, we're talking about
Maybe.
very close Starbucks now. Although the Starbucks in the Caesars is, like, way on the inside.
Yeah, it's near the Mortons.
That's way too far to walk.
I know you love that Boardwalk Hall Starbucks as it brings you back memories of the Trump Plaza Starbucks.
It's true.
And the Trump Plaza bathroom.
Anyways, nobody cares about that. What did we do at Beer Garden?
We had some beer.
Sat there, had a half a liter of beer. We wimped out.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't need a liter.
I think you were more full of liquid than anything else at that point.
Yeah,
You had
yeah,
like a giant iced tea.
I had a giant iced tea and a couple Miller Lights, and I didn't need more liquid.
We didn't get any food at Beer Garden either because I had just had a chicken sandwich and we were on our way to Angeloni's Club Madrid.
And I had just had a coffee roll.
Oh, yeah, you did have a coffee roll. I forgot about that from Dunkin'. Thoughts on Beer Garden? Updated thoughts?
Excellent as always.
Such a good place to sit. Just hung out. We were in the shade.
Just couldn't have been more nice outside.
Stared at the boardwalk. Stared at the ocean. Nice day out. It was like 75 degrees, maybe a little warmer. It's great.
Yep, couldn't be better.
So we just had our half liter and then pretty much got up and kept walking to Angeloni's Club Madrid.
Just had to double back a little bit up the boardwalk and went right up to Angeloni's.
Yeah, it's out on the corner of Georgia Avenue and Arctic Avenues.
Yes.
So it's a little bit back toward the outlets from Beer Garden.
Straight out from where Trump Plaza was, I guess.
And we sat at the bar at Angeloni's Club Madrid, got some cocktails. They had a happy hour deal, which we didn't even know about because you can't see the menu on the website. Their happy hour deal is when you buy basically any cocktail, it comes with an item from the snacks list on the menu. And those things range from, like, I don't know, $4 to $9 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 3 of the different snacks because I had 2 cocktails and you had 1. And then we got a couple other little things on the appetizer menu. The full menu was not even available until, what did he say, 5?
5. Because we got there at 4 when it opened.
You had a cocktail called the 26th North Georgia Avenue, which, if you need the address of the place, there you go, which is like a Scotch and Amaro, Scotch and Averna, I guess, cocktail.
Not just Scotch, but Cuddy Sark.
Yes, Cuddy Sark.
Let's be specific. The best Scotch.
I had something called the Mr. Exodactylos Senior. Everything has like 18 names too. It's like AKA,
Yes.
which is funny. This is basically like a mezcal Negroni with some chocolate and shaved chocolate on top of it that goes in your nose when you drink it. But it's very tasty. Yours I thought was excellent also.
Yes, mine was very good.
And then once I drank mine, I got a second one, which was basically a strawberry rhubarb gin and tonic called the Josie Mooney. We got a few different snacks, like I mentioned, like some sort of bread and sauce.
Yeah, we had
The
some pork
mortadella.
rinds and, mortadella. That's right, were the snacks. And then we also ordered 2 appetizers, one of which was ricotta, which also came with bread, and then Clams Casino.
Yeah, so the ricotta was like
So salty.
sea salt and olive oil, and it was incredibly salty.
It was very salty. If you love
Yeah.
salt, it's a good dish for you.
A few notes about Angeloni's. We sat there for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, probably like an hour or so, I'd say.
Were we the youngest people there by quite a bit, other than the servers?
Yeah, like 50 years would be not a kind thing to say, but like 30 years at least. The youngest people by 30 years, I would say.
We are in our 40s, I would like to
Yes.
say. I think it might be 20. I'll split the difference and call it 25.
Okay. We can go with 25.
But if anyone designed a bar with Due for a Win, the Atlantic City podcast, in mind, it would be that bar, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think just the old circa 1980 TV with the Betamax player and like the incredible programming that was on that TV. I mean, that makes it the Due for a Win bar, right?
Yeah. I mean, can we not spoil what was on there? It was amazing.
Should we just not say?
Yeah, okay. We won't say.
The best content, though.
But if you like Atlantic City, you'll love it.
Yeah.
And the owners of Tony's Baltimore Grill obviously reopened Club Madrid, or I don't know, maybe not, obviously, depending on how many episodes of this show you've listened to. But they did an incredible job with the bar, giving it some serious retro vibes and good cocktail list. Like, I thought all the cocktails were really, really good. Maybe just like a shade below what I've gotten at Super Frico and The Hook. Although The Hook now has like seriously limited their menu, their cocktail menu, which sucks. But just like an awesome place to sit and hang out. The vibes were off the chart. Definitely someplace I'd go again. And I said to you afterwards, like, it made me almost feel like I need to go back to Cardinal for comparison's sake, because my initial thought was like, I never need to go to Cardinal again. Like, this place is amazing. Why would I go anywhere other than this place? And I was like, wait, I had really high feelings of Cardinal after I left Cardinal. So let me not like totally discount that.
Uh-huh.
But what did you think about Angeloni's?
The vibe is incredible, like you said. I even thought, I'm not a big cocktail person, but I thought my cocktail was very good. I thought the food was all good too. I mean, I will say if I like paid money for one of those snacks instead of getting it for free, I would have been a little bit annoyed because they are very small. But
yeah, that's true.
It was a nice time. I'm glad we went, and I would be happy to go back sometime, preferably with more people, as always.
Yeah, I think it would be a great time with a group.
I liked it better than Cardinal. Cardinal, I think, is like a better value, but
yes,
I liked Angeloni's better.
Really, I think the biggest detractor of Cardinal for the happy hour is that the bar is not that great a place to hang out, especially the weird corner that we had there.
Mm-hmm.
It may just be sort of what I like, because I think if you're into, like Instagram stuff, like I feel like the bar area, especially that corner with plush chairs and neon and whatever, is like made for that at Cardinal. Mm-hmm. Whereas retro Atlantic City vibes at Angeloni's is more what I want, especially in Atlantic City. So I would also really like to go and eat dinner there. I think it would be a great like date spot, and I'm guessing my wife would also like it a lot. So if I ever go to Atlantic City again with my wife, that would be a good option. I feel like I say that about every restaurant we go to, though. So part of the issue is that I never actually go with my wife to Atlantic City. I guess we went last fall, so it's been less than a year. So we finished up at Angeloni's, and then we walked back through the outlet.
Yeah, through the outlets.
What'd you buy?
Yeah, I bought some very bright shoes, even brighter than the old Atlantic City shoes that I bought quite a few trips ago. So my shoes are even more vibrant than they used to be. This was at the Under Armour outlet. You did not buy anything, right?
No.
Disappointing. I have to say, just going through, I was reminded. I also saw some like very nice looking shoes in the Puma outlet, which was after you had left to keep heading back. But they're just like very uncomfortable. And then I was reminded of other Puma shoes I've had, and I think they're just all very uncomfortable. So thumbs down to Puma. There's something about them that are just like deeply unpleasant for my feet to be in.
They're like very inconsistent.
They look nice, I think.
Yeah, but then like, do they just not put an insole in them? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Vans are the same way, by the way. Vans are like
not comfortable.
It's like walking on wood planks.
So I did try on a pair of Nikes, which was also extremely uncomfortable in the outlets. So
maybe you just have weird feet.
I do have a little bit of weird feet, but I don't think that was a problem. I think these shoes were just both uncomfortable. Anyway, so I bought something at the Under Armour after going in, Nike and Adidas and Puma as well. You kept on heading back to Resorts via the boardwalk, I think, at that point, and I had to move my car to Resorts. So it must have been later than I thought. We must have spent more time at Club Madrid than I thought, because I know I was in a bit of a rush to even make the happy hour, which ended at 7 at Resorts.
I think more than anything, the detour through the outlets took more time.
Yeah, maybe.
I have to say, though, the walk through the outlets and everything I haven't been out through the outlets for a while, probably since we went and you bought shoes last time. Mm-hmm. And it's like pleasant. It's a very pleasant walk. I think there's sort of this sense of like, oh, you don't want to get off the boardwalk. And if you look on the map, Angeloni's Club Madrid seems very far off the boardwalk. But really, it's a very pleasant walk to go through the outlets. Like the outlets are very nice. They're very clean. And there's actually a lot of decent stores there. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, it's a good time.
Yep.
So then, like you hinted at, we rushed back to Resorts and went to the Mukashi happy hour that ended at 7. And we were very excited for something they were advertising called Snow Beer for $7.
Yeah.
Only to be informed that they were sold out of Snow Beer.
I know. We had to get acai like some fools.
Yeah. Asahi.
Acai.
Acai, like the fruit.
Drink. Yeah. Like the ice cream thing.
Some Playables.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asahi beer. You ended up also getting a sake. It
I did get a sake.
was very pleasant sake.
It was good. It was $6, you know,
Yeah,
what
it's
more
very
do you
cheap.
want? I was telling you to buy the $8 bottle of soju, 375 milliliter bottle of soju, and you would not do it.
No, I was worried about the level of drunkenness that I would be, although I ended up making bad decisions anyway, so we'll get to that. There's 6 things on the happy hour menu at Mukashi. I think all of them are, what, $9 and $10 pretty much?
6 foods. Yeah, they're all $9 and $10.
There was a California roll. There was, I think it was a salmon roll, right?
Salmon roll. It was delicious.
Tuna tostadas. The California roll had some sort of like mango sauce on it that was a little sweet. It was very sweet. It wasn't.
It was
sweet.
all right.
It was extremely
Yeah.
sweet. I would just get 2 of the salmon rolls next time.
The salmon avocado was very good.
The tuna tostadas I thought were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The cheese curds, could have skipped
I
those.
thought they were fine.
Eh.
Mushroom nachos I liked,
Yeah, those
even
were
though I
good.
was insulting the consistency of the chips.
Yeah, and then broiled oysters was the last thing.
I thought that was good too.
Yeah.
I thought everything was pretty good.
And then we ended up ordering 2 more rolls, a spicy tuna roll and a dragon roll.
And that was also excellent.
They were very good. I was very impressed by
Especially the
rolls.
dragon roll. I mean, dragon rolls are always just so sweet and delicious. So
Sushi roll is such a good casino trip food when you've already had other happy hour food.
yeah,
Like sushi's just perfect for that. So I think last trip also, you know, we went to the place at Tropicana, right? Not Okache.
yep. Osu.
Yeah, Osu. Yeah. So that was late night happy hour last time. This time was just regular happy hour, but really happy with that. And then went and did some more gambling, right?
I will say, just in general, I thought the Mukashi was very good. I was, definitely pleased with how it was. Just like, I haven't been to Eastwind in like 6 years or something, but I thought that was good too. So I've been pleased both times I've gone to the Asian restaurants and resorts.
Yeah, I was a little skeptical of the Mukashi, like how good is it really going to be? But yeah, I thought it was good.
It was good. So after that, I think we just did some gambling. I think we started off with some Prost, the knockoff Heidi.
Yeah, so Prost, it looks just like Heidi, but it's
Yeah.
not. And instead of, if you get 5 Heidis, I don't even know what the Prost girl's name is.
There's like a redhead and a blonde
Yes.
in the Prost, and they do different things, right?
Yeah, so in Heidi, you know, you need to get 5 Heidis on connecting reels to unlock a bunch of free spins. In Prost, it's sort of like the Dragon Link and Lightning Link, those balls games where you need to get 6 balls, except just getting 6 balls doesn't get you anything in Prost. Any balls that are on the screen at the time that you get the redhead on one of the reels, you just get paid the amount on the balls immediately. If you get the blonde, any balls on the screen, and it doesn't have to be 6, lock in place, and then you get the standard ball bonus where it's spins,
Yeah.
and anytime you get another ball, you get another spin, and you get paid out everything at the end of that whole series. I thought it was a pretty fun game, honestly. Like, I thought it was a nice twist on Heidi.
I did not, but I think I did like 20 spins and then I'd lost my $100, and that was it.
That sounds like your slots experience.
Mhm.
So that was what you used your slot dollars on, your slot budget
That was my only slot play.
of the entire trip?
No. I was going to say of that night, but no, I finished the night with you at Wonder Woman as well. So
Oh, that's true. I forgot you played Wonder Woman. Oh, you broke your rule.
I did break my rule, but not by too much. I was fine with actually how the gambling went.
Yeah, and you were up in other stuff at that point, right?
I was way up.
So that
yeah.
also like frees up the budget a little bit, you know? You can be a little bit more wild with the slots when you're already up money, right?
So after that, I ended up getting up while you were doing that and going back to craps and losing $500, as one does, which put a bit of a hurting on my winnings to that point.
Makes Wonder Woman feel cheap when you lose $500 at craps. Think about
Yeah.
it. Except the amount of time probably that you played Wonder Woman, losing your $100 was also quick.
Probably just as quick as the craps, honestly. So then I played some bubble craps for quite a while. Actually won $100 in that, so that was good. Then I think I went back and sat next to you at video poker for a bit. I played some Super X while you were playing some not shit game next to me because it was like alternating machines.
Yeah, I think I was playing the full pay bonus,
Right.
8-5 bonus poker, which this trip reminded me of something that I get reminded of every time I go play full pay anything. Is like, just because it's full pay doesn't mean that it's going to go well. Like, you can lose all your money in a hurry if you get a nice cold run. And at points, I think in both my like longish sessions at 8-5 bonus poker, I had just these like crazy long stretches where I wasn't even holding a single card. That is just a rough feeling when you're like, oh. Like every single time, it's like, replace all these cards. Like, haven't seen a face card in like 6 deals. So that sucked. And yeah, it did not go well. Video poker went very badly for me this trip.
Very bad.
Clearly, I should ban myself from video poker, except it's my
Yeah.
favorite. I just talked about the video poker dopamine hit.
Yep. So anyway, after I just played Super X for a very little bit before realizing that it's a stupid game, so I got up and went and played Mississippi Stud for a while,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
which went very bad.
that. What is Mississippi Stud?
It's like let it ride, but the opposite. So instead of pulling back bets, you put out bets. That's the best way to describe it, I think. Okay. It's not a good game.
So you get 5 cards, and then the dealer, every time the dealer turns over a card, to stay in, you have to place a bet. And you can place like 1 to 3 times, right?
Correct.
So if you have a monster hand, you can be betting a ton.
You get 2 cards, and then you get 3 chances, and you have to stand all 3 times, basically, to, get showdown or whatever. So
yeah, and it's not even really a showdown, right? Because the dealer doesn't have a hand. It's
right. It's just to see what you get.
Yeah, you're just getting paid out based on some made hand, almost like video poker.
Anyway, I got literally nothing. I think I pushed some hands, but I don't think I ever actually won, which to win is like jacks or better, I think, in that game. So, and push is like 6s to 10s or something.
It sounds like extremely expensive video poker.
Yeah, but it's like the double down stud instead of jacks or better because it's not draw.
It seems like a game where it just massively relies on you hitting some amazing hand. You need that one big multiplier.
I mean, if you get dealt like a pocket pair of kings or something, like, yeah, you're just going to be rolling in the cash, even if you don't really hit anything else at that point. Because you're going to do like 10x your base bet or whatever, and like you'll get paid 1-to-1 at least on that. So
it's funny because it sounds like a game I would enjoy at like the $2 level.
Yeah, I think you would really like it if it was like $1.
Right.
But you would die playing $10. It's not for you.
Yeah, so to even stay until the end, you have to have, what, $40 out there?
$40 minimum.
Yeah, that's not for me.
For a $10 game? That's fine. It's not my favorite. I mean, it's just empty, and that's why I did it. I prefer UTH like way more than that, but that table is always full.
People like the UTH.
People like the UTH. I like the UTH, too.
Ultimate Texas Hold'em, for those who don't know.
So anyway, I lost a bunch of money in Mississippi Stud, and then I went and finished up the night by playing a little bit of Wonder Woman Wild with you and getting absolutely nothing. And then I think I went to bed at like 10:30 or something like that.
You forgot Haagen-Dazs.
Ah, yes, Haagen-Dazs. I got a sorbet. It was delicious.
You did. I got a cookies and cream Dazzler. The cookies to ice cream ratio was too high. It was kind of dry. It needed some chocolate syrup or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and you don't usually hear people saying ice cream is too dry, but here we are.
It was odd. Certainly, I would prefer the ice cream sandwich at Resorts over the Dazzler. Mm-hmm. I would love like a Dairy Queen Blizzard option, but that's not to be in Atlantic City. That's what we need.
That is what we need. McFlurry, I think, is really not much of a step down from a Blizzard.
That's true. McFlurry would have been better than the Dazzler. Really, I should have walked over to Hard Rock and gotten from Alexios or whatever it's called, their pastry place. They have good ice cream and good like dessert options. Mm-hmm. Which I did end up in Hard Rock, which we'll talk about. At one point, I also got a Frankentini. You saw the Frankentini, right? That was before you went to bed?
It was very green.
It was extremely green. I think that's the one that has like lemon lime soda and orange juice and blue curacao, and somehow it's like very dark, actually Frankenstein color green, which is kind of insane. It was ridiculously sweet. It was very easy to drink. It was $14. I think that's about all I have to say about it. I don't think I'd go back and get another one. I should have just gotten the Cosmo, but I was too embarrassed to order it.
I mean, the Boo Bar was also just absolutely hopping, right? It was insane.
Insane. The entire time. When I went to bed at whatever it was, 1:30, still hopping. People loved the Boo Bar, so keep that in mind.
The olds are willing to stay up late to do the Boo Bar?
Apparently. They're onto something at Resorts with these pop-up bars. So yeah, you were in bed, and then I was bouncing around playing some different slots, playing some video poker. Yeah, I was in the main video poker area trying to get a cocktail, and the waitress was just running by, like, drinks, cocktails, like, gone. I was trying to get her attention. I even, like, yelled at one point. Nope, just, like, ran by. Finally, one time she was, like, delivering a drink to someone, like, one bank over, and I was able to get her attention to get a Coors Light. This was after, like, I don't know, it felt like an hour, but it was probably 30 minutes. So I did finally get a drink that way. Finished that up pretty quickly. I was doing bad at video poker, and I was like, you know what, I really want some sort of decent hipstery IPA, like some decent beer. Looked in Boo Bar. The closest thing that they had to a decent beer was Sam Seasonal, which wasn't cutting it for me. Plus also it was packed, and I didn't want to wait.
Ah, come on. That's pretty decent.
So then I went to the 5 o'clock somewhere bar, roped off. This was 12:15 a.m., by the way, on a Friday night going into Saturday. 5 o'clock somewhere bar, roped off. Margaritaville totally closed. Big curtain across the front. Whatever it is it FanDuel? Whatever the sportsbook bar is.
DraftKings, I think.
Is it DraftKings? Yeah. So
I think so.
Bartender standing there, looks totally open. They have an IPA on draft. I'm like, sweet. I walk in. Security guard's like, it's closed. It's like, you got to be kidding me. It's 12:15 on Friday night. Why is every bar in this place closed? So then I got all angry and walked out to Hard Rock. Walked to the center bar at Hard Rock. They had a local IPA on draft. Got that. I think it was $10 for a pint. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to walk around, look at rock memorabilia, drink my beer, enjoy myself, and then go back to resorts and go to bed. Except that then I was walking and I saw Lotteria slots, which I've only ever even hit a bonus on once, and usually it's gone very bad. But I was like, I'll play this slot. I like the art and stuff. So I played it, ended up hitting a bonus and winning $50. So I think I hit 2 bonuses and won $50. And then felt good about that. And then I kept walking and I saw Real Heidi's Beer House, not Prost. And I was like, well, I've already played Prost. I got to play some Heidi. And then I won another $50 on Heidi. So $100 paid for my beer, $90 profit after a $10 beer. Felt much better about things because the gambling wasn't going great to that point, and then walked back to resorts and went to bed at like 1:20 or something like that. And came up and flashed the flashlight in your eyes and made sure you were awake and stuff. It was good.
That did happen, yes.
Yeah. Should have just turned on all the lights and started making noise. Turned on the TV. Sorry, I got to watch this West Coast football game.
You got to.
That was Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, you were up bright and early.
Yeah, I mean, I was up quite late for when I usually get up. But yeah, I was up probably a little bit before 7, and I was out the door certainly by 7. Back down to the floor, where I just immediately went straight to the craps table, as one does.
Empty?
It was totally empty, and things went really well. Played for quite a while, and made a bunch of money.
But no pumpkin again.
But no pumpkin yet. I cashed out 990, so not a pumpkin.
Which is the second time in the trip that happened.
I know that I've been over 900, but under 1,000. Yeah. So that was quite good. And then I played some blackjack for a while, too, and also some jacks are better for a while. And then, I don't know, at some point, I was eventually like, hey, Craig, we should get food. I'm getting food soon. So tell me if you want food, else I'm just going to go. And you said you would get to be ready in 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was pretty much right at 8. And so I went downstairs, met you, and we walked to Hot Bagels and More. So we walked out to, Pacific Avenue and then cut over?
Yep, we walked, right down Pacific Avenue. And it was pretty nice. And it's like a little desolate out there, but it's a nice morning.
Yeah, it was a nice morning. We each got some sausage, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. I think we both got the same thing.
You got an egg everything bagel?
Yeah, the people listening to the podcast have to know the absolute specifics.
They have to know. Then we kept walking down Pacific until it hit the boardwalk and took the boardwalk back and ate our hot bagels and more.
Where the boardwalk curves around, so we did the turn on the boardwalk past Ocean.
You said it was your first time ever, right?
I don't think I've ever gone
past Ocean
and made the curve around the boardwalk. And that was a really nice walk, just walking down the boardwalk, eating a sandwich. Boardwalk in the morning is great.
I have to say, I feel like I ate my sandwich more successfully than you. You were struggling.
Yeah, mine was falling apart. It was a struggle. I'm not coordinated when it comes to eating and walking. That's just not something I do very well. So,
yeah.
I also stopped on the way at Hard Rock and got a Starbucks.
Technically, I was the one that needed to stop because I had to pee so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't make it the extra 3 minutes to the resorts.
Yeah. But Hard Rock takes your Starbucks rewards. So I, instead of paying $7 and change for a Pike Place roast, I used 100 stars. Huge line at the Hard Rock, by the way, in the morning. So use your app, of course. Use your app to order at the Starbucks.
Yep.
Then we ended up going back to resorts, and you went back and played more craps, right?
No. I went up to the room and showered and everything because I was going to leave soon.
And while you were showering, I was playing Beer House 200, which is like old school Heidi. It still has a Heidi. I don't know if they even call her Heidi. She's just there. She's on the screen. And
yep. Bustier than ever.
Yeah, extra busty Heidi. Same deal. If you get 5 of them, you trigger bonuses. At one point, I got 15 of them and got 40 free spins. And then I got...
on the very last spin.
On the 40th spin, I got another... 40 spins. Yeah. And then at some point, I got 10 more spins. So I got 90 free spins at Heidi. At Beer House 200. I think I won around 100 or $150, which was pretty nice. I think it was 150. I was having a nice little slots comeback there, which was very nice because I think I've talked about how badly slots have gone. And it's nice to be able to just have a positive number in a session and prove that you aren't just going to sit down and lose everything no matter how far you get up at any point. Because I think that's part of the problem is like sometimes I'll be up $20 and it's like, oh, I should just take this $20. And then I'm like, what's $20? Who cares? And then I lose the 20 and
$20
and the 20 that I put in. Yeah. Having some nice wins at Hard Rock and resorts is good. While I was having 90 free spins, you were like, I'm not going to stand here and watch this. And you went to play craps, right?
Yeah. Now, excuse me. I played 5 minutes of Wish Mistress first.
Oh, yeah. You did play Wish Mistress. Was that another $100 loss on Wish Mistress?
No, I broke even.
Oh, nice.
I was down like a bit, and then I had like a $30 hit or whatever that got me to 102, and I'm like, cash out. So $2 profit on the Wish Mistress.
Awesome.
And then I went to craps, and you met me over there a bit later, and it went very bad, and I lost $500 again.
I waited until you were about to roll, and then I bought in, and you rolled, and I rolled, and then I think I stuck around for one more shooter. You left right after my roll.
I left after your roll. We were talking about playing blackjack. I was going to go get my match play because the stupid players club or whatever doesn't open until 10, and you have to get your match play from a person.
Of course.
So annoying.
Deterrent.
So I went over there at like 9:45 and it wasn't open yet. And then I went basically right at 10 and there was like 25 people in the players club line. And I'm just like, I'm not doing this for $30 or whatever. So
yeah, I went and got a Dunkin' after craps. And at that point it was probably, I don't know, 11:15 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was similarly insanely long. Oh my goodness, the Dunkin' line also, by the way, I ordered on the app. The Dunkin' line was crazy on Saturday morning.
Yeah. I mean, I got Dunkin' at like 7 a.m. and I was the only person on the casino floor basically at that point, so.
I woke up at 8, but I didn't go to bed early. I said I was going to go to bed early. I didn't, but one night trip, man, you gotta stay up late.
Yeah.
Except you didn't stay up late.
No, I went to bed 10:30. I got a good night's sleep, honestly. I felt very good the next day. Didn't feel hungover, didn't feel sleep deprived.
Nice. I didn't really feel it until the next day, Sunday. I was really feeling tired, and then we took the kids to Legoland, and then I was really feeling tired, and then I still worked out at 10 at night. That's right. Oh, gains. Anyways, you were gone. You left. You were back on the road.
So, because of you, I've started keeping track of my numbers, and my money into everything I did was $29.40 there, and my money out of everything in Atlantic City was $29.49. So I was up $9 on the trip in gambling.
That's great.
That's not like coin in, by the way. That's just like what I put in and what I got out at the end or whatever.
Buy in and yeah.
Right. So up $9, but I was down quite a lot of money at the Horseshoe in Baltimore, which is where I went after this. So
wiped out all that.
All of the $9, yes, it did.
So you were meeting the family at the Orioles game, but you beat them there, right? So
I went to the Orioles game, but I beat them there. Got to the casino at like 1:45 or something like that, and we were meeting at 3, which was still way too early for a 4 o'clock game, but that's neither here nor there. Lost quite a bit of money in that amount of time. Of course, playing tiles, which just I can do nothing but lose money at that game.
Yeah, no tiles at resorts, so I didn't get to play tiles.
And video poker, which I can also do nothing but lose at that game. So
one thing we just blazed right over here is that I played craps.
You did play craps.
With you.
You did it.
Very briefly.
You played a table game.
It was hard because there were never 2 convenient seats at Face Up Pai Gow, which was the only Pai Gow table.
Right.
The entire
time. And then
time.
It was closed on Saturday morning.
I did play a good amount of bubble craps. And actually, after you left, I went to the bubble craps to play some more craps at the $3 level instead of playing and risking at the $10 level. Which even though it went badly at the craps, I only lost $70. So it was kind of a reminder that, like, there are ways to just play conservatively where even if it goes really bad, you still get to roll and, like, you know, it doesn't have to be totally wiping out $300 in 10 minutes. I guess it can still go really bad and it's like 0.7 out, but it wasn't that bad. There were some like 6s and 8s and stuff made. You
told me you would have made $500 if you'd only been playing the sharpshooter or whatever that thing is called.
Yes, that's true. I did at Bubble Craps. There's a bet where you can put $1 on this bet, and it's like if you hit, it's not all the numbers, but some series of numbers, and then hit the point before you roll a 7, or I think even a 3 or a 2, 3, 12, right? I think that also erases it. Then you get the sharpshooter bonus, which is like 499 to 1, or some other number depending on however many numbers you hit.
Yep.
And I did complete it once, but I didn't have any money on it. I put like $1 on it once, and I rolled something that didn't 7 out, and it was still like, oh, thanks for all the money. I was like, what?
And that bet, if you roll 2, 3, 11, or 12, even after you've like set a point, you lose pretty much.
Right. So I was like, this seems terrible, which I'm sure it is terrible. And then I played some video poker to finish up the trip. Pretty much just took all my winnings from that Heidi game, the voucher I had, and went.
Pissed it away.
And pissed it away at video poker.
Good.
And then that was how the trip ended for me. Actually, no, it didn't quite end that way because I was like, you know what? I'm going to run over to Hard Rock to the Frailingers and get some candy for the kids. So I did that. Got some fudge and some chocolate-covered pretzels and chocolate-covered gummy bears for the kids. Got in the car and drove home. And that was that. That was the trip.
Yeah.
So
good trip.
24 hours. You slightly under 24 hours. Me slightly over 24 hours.
Like 23, I think, for me.
What do you think about the trip length?
It was good. I'm glad that there wasn't traffic. So I think getting there at 11 is like much better than getting there at 1 or 1:30 or whenever I get there.
Why does that make such a difference?
I'm not even sure. It seems like a bit more calm when you get there.
That's
at
true.
That time. It's like starting to get crowded already at like 2 or whatever, usually.
Yeah, I walked through Hard Rock at one point pretty early and it was just completely dead. Same thing, resort's very quiet when we got there.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because a couple of people said to me, like, oh, is it even worth going for that short a trip? 24-hour quick turnaround. And it certainly wouldn't have been if I was still taking the bus or the train, where it takes like 4.5 hours door to door. But from my house, it's like 2 hours and 5 minutes, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's more than that for me, but it's still worth it.
Being able to pull into my garage when I get home, being able to like pull into the garage of the casino and just being there and not having to, get from the train station to the hotel or be sitting on a bus as it goes to multiple hotels really makes a big difference. So yeah, I didn't leave thinking it was super short. I did wake up on Saturday thinking it would be so nice to have a second night here. But I don't know how much of that is like just...
The grass is greener.
The grass is greener. How much of that is... It's always nice to be away from the kids for a little bit. Have solo time and be able to gamble and be on your own time. Like, how often do you get that opportunity?
I think for me, if it's just a 2-person trip, if it's just me and you, 1 night is perfect. 2 nights, I feel like it's better if we actually have some people with us. I don't think I wanted to do a second night on Saturday morning.
I wouldn't have wanted to do a second night where we spent the whole day at resorts, that's for sure. That was another takeaway I had is by the end of the night at resorts, I was like, I've been at resorts for too long. Walking into Hard Rock just to get that beer, like as soon as you step across the threshold into Hard Rock from resorts, it's like, oh, this is a much nicer casino. Like, this is just a nicer property. I know you don't like it.
I do not like it. I mean, so I have to say, because I had to pee in Hard Rock, I walked in and I'm like, it's not actually that bright in here, though it is much darker in like the slot area than the table game area. The table game has like extra bright lighting. I don't know why they do that, but I'm not someone who's like hypersensitive to this. But once you like cross some threshold, like and get into the casino, I thought that the casino scent was very, very, very strong and like very unpleasant. It smelled like strong women's perfume in the casino, and like I found it not very pleasant.
I'm not sure if it's a different scent than it used to be.
I don't remember it being like that in there.
It's never been that strong. I definitely remember it not being that strong. I didn't dislike the smell, but I thought it was too strong.
I did not like it.
It wasn't like the smell itself for me as much as the strength of it. But yeah, just like even walking to Frailinger's the next day, everything is just so much nicer and bigger, and it's like, oh, this is like a real casino operation. And, going through on Friday night in the middle of the night, and how crowded the casino is and how much stuff is still open. And there's bars that are crowded with people. It's not just the Boo Bar. And, you can go to multiple places to get a beer. And there's like food options still open and everything. Everything was still open at the food court when I went to bed at resorts. But still, like Hard Rock just felt much more.
When does Doherty's close?
So Doherty's supposedly has a late night happy hour from 9 to 10. And I went up there and there was nobody up there and it looked very closed. Like there was a bartender standing there, but they were like packing stuff up. So I was like, I don't need a cocktail that bad.
Uh-huh.
Especially the specials are just like mixed drinks, like New Amsterdam mixed drinks and like Bullet bourbon drinks. So that was my main take. Like I definitely left sort of thinking, like I had a really good time at resorts and I liked the room fine at resorts.
The room was nicer than I expected. So I had never stayed in the Rendezvous Tower. The pictures make it look very bad on the website and like make the Ocean Tower look much nicer. But like in reality, in the room, once I got there, I'm like, oh no, this is nicer than the Ocean Tower. We made the right choice. They're quite big too, the Rendezvous Tower rooms.
Yeah, it did just feel like, oh, okay, like resorts is a small casino. It's good to spend a little time in, but I don't think I would do as much of a full day there again. I think I would split it up with Hard Rock or like go over to Ocean or I don't know, do something else. And it made me miss Hard Rock. Like I need to stay at Hard Rock again. I'm sure if I did actually stay at Hard Rock, I'd be like, screw Hard Rock. I don't need to stay at Hard Rock anymore. Keeping going on resorts, you now have whatever the elite status is at resorts, right?
The second level status? Right. I would not call it elite status. I don't think that's the right word.
Well, isn't it called elite? What is the next status up?
Maybe. I have no idea.
But yeah, it's whatever their version of Caesar's Platinum. The second tier up that doesn't really get you
Pearl.
Anything other than free parking.
Right. Which was nice because I got free parking.
Although I also got free parking because if you play enough, much like Caesars, you can go scan your card and at the promotions kiosk it will give you free parking. So that was nice. So that has that going for it. Yes, the second tier is Epic. So you are Epic. And then it's
Indeed.
Paramount Plus. Is it really Paramount Plus? Like the streaming service?
Yeah.
And then Red Carpet. Paramount Plus. Yeah, so Epic is 400 tier credits. Paramount is 2,400 tier credits. So 6 times as many tier credits, which I think is very similar to, in terms of like difficulty to get one to the next one, similar to Platinum and Diamond at Caesars.
Hey, so I just logged in. So yeah, I've got 800 tier points, and it says I have a host now.
What?
Do you have your host section when you first log in?
No. Oh my goodness, you're rich.
I'm rich.
Rich in tier credits. Yeah, so it was 15 times tier credit multiplier, 5 times the second day.
Yep.
I did not get 400 tier credits, though, even with that. I got 232.
And I've got like $25 of comp dollars now.
I have $4.91. I have to say, for that amount of play...
I don't know why they hate you so much compared to me, because usually you play so many more slots than me, I would think you'd get way better offers.
I wonder if the full pay bonus poker, they don't rate or comp.
Maybe. Yeah, because you didn't play that many slots there, really, so...
No, and I think I swiped on the second day, and I had points from the table game at Craps, which was a decent amount of points, and then I went and played video poker, and I don't think the number changed. And if it did, it was like a point.
Yeah, what I like about resorts is I feel like they rate table games like pretty well.
They do,
there.
Yeah. I agree. They certainly rate Craps pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Just, I think one more thing while we're kind of talking about resorts versus Hard Rock. We did get a note that JS in the Facebook group says that all the Pai Gow at Hard Rock is not in the Asia room anymore. It's been moved onto the main floor, which the way I was leaning is like, why would I go to Hard Rock when I can go to resorts? I just like it a lot better. And that's like, really, I'm not playing Pai Gow out on the main floor under like the floodlights, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and the Asia room at Hard Rock is so nice. It's
it is
like
very
a
nice.
Pleasant place to play, and to take that out of there really sucks. So that's disappointing to hear. One thing I'll say also about the resorts comps is I think if I had played the same amount at Hard Rock or Borgata that I played at resorts, I would have gotten 4 times as many comp dollars. I think the amount of comp dollars seems really low to me. Whereas you played a lot of table games and you got an okay amount of comp dollars. I don't know what you would have gotten in comparison.
$25 of comp dollars is pretty good for me, I think. That's like if I play a bunch at one casino, like I usually get 20 or 30. So it seems right.
Yeah.
There was no multiplier on the comps. It was just on the tier credits.
So you still love resorts? Is that what I'm hearing?
I do like resorts a lot. I feel like it's everything I want in a casino, and not much I don't.
I need it to be a little fancier for me, I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what offers we get now. I'm going to guess that you're going to go to 7 nights, but we'll see.
I would assume that I will also go to 7 nights.
I mean, certainly off season, but
yeah.
My guess is I will get Sunday through Thursday. Maybe it'll throw in a Friday off season, but I don't know.
I would think they would give you Friday off season, but we'll see. I don't know. Is there anything else we need to say? I mean, I thought it was a great trip.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun.
I mean, I have to say that, as always, Beer Garden is fantastic. I thought that Angelino's Club Madrid was very good. I thought that Mugashi was very good. So, in terms of food, I even thought that Hot Bagels and More was also good, I would say. Not very good, but good.
Yeah, I don't know that I need to go out of my way for Hot Bagels and More. We've been twice.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's other stuff.
If you want a quick breakfast, I think it's one of the better places to go, and especially if you're not, like, say, staying in Tropicana where they have Gilchrist.
That's true.
If you're in Ocean, like, it's right there, and it's $8 for a sandwich, but it has 2 sausages and 2 eggs on it for the gains.
That's true. For me, though, I think I would prefer to either just get some sort of pastry and a coffee at Cafecino or, like, go...
I mean, I don't eat that shit.
Or go all out and go to Gilchrist. I think my problem with Hot Bagels and More is there's literally a bagel place across the street from my house. There's another one that's walking distance. I think there are 5 bagel places within a mile and a half that are all decent. So, like, it's not really anything special to me to get, like, a bagel sandwich. So I'd rather get something that's, like, a treat that I wouldn't normally eat, like a massive pastry, like a coffee roll that's not from Dunkin' Donuts. Like a coffee roll the size of my face. That's what I really want.
Yeah. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee roll was fine.
It was ... fine.
It was fine.
That's how I describe most things at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. I mean, the breakfast sandwiches are just horrid.
And yet, I still eat a lot of them. $6 meal deal. It's a staple.
All right. Is there anything else that we need to say about the trip before we wrap up?
I don't think so. When are we going again?
You tell me, man. I can go certainly in Q4 at least once. I see no reason why not.
Yeah, I definitely want to get in another trip in Q4. I think we need to talk to friends. I think we need to sort that out.
Maybe even 2 trips. I could do one with you and one with friends. Yeah, who knows?
Maybe. I mean, I do think the Friday overnight, like, one big advantage of the 24-hour trip is, like, it just doesn't seem... If I can fit it in and I'm willing to miss the Friday night hockey game, that's part of it. Then I can just fit it in. Like, it's not that hard to fit in. It's not that big of, like, a lift for my wife.
For my family, one night is basically nothing. It's like I'm not even gone, I think.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cost me many marriage points. 2 nights cost me some points, but...
I think we got to prioritize the friend trip because there's stuff we want to do. Hook.
But no one else wants to go.
That's
so.
pretty much true. We're the only people who like AC. That's the problem.
I mean, everyone else is wrong.
People are going to be like, oh, why don't we go to New York City? Why don't we go someplace else fun? Like, no, there's no place else fun.
Right?
Only Atlantic City. There's only one fun place in the country.
That's right. Black Hawk, Colorado. What?
On the expressway on the way in, I saw a whole lot of signs for the Simpson restaurant and bar.
Yes, I also saw a lot on the expressway.
At the ACX1. And it noted that it was in the ACX1 at Caesar's Palace. And when I first saw that, I was like, can you really say that that's at Caesar's? And it's like, I guess it was the Caesar's Pier. And then I was like, wait a minute, Caesar's Palace?
Yeah, that's in Vegas.
That's not in Atlantic City. Thought that was funny. But apparently it's open because there was a lot of question about, it had been a long time since they announced it. And then did it open and then close? I don't really understand. But yeah, it seems like that's open.
Allegedly it's open.
There's also something in the ACX1 coming called Laugh House Comedy Club. So that is opening soon. They have a website. It is LAFF, Laugh House, if you're Googling. The website looks totally insane. It's like Monster Energy drink logos everywhere and like bright purple 2005 era graphics. It's kind of crazy. I'm a little confused about the saturation of comedy places in Atlantic City. Like, I guess these places make money, but it seems like there's a lot.
There's a lot. I mean, including one in resorts now.
Yeah.
And there was a comedy show that they were hitting us up for at the Claridge while we were there with Kenan Thompson, apparently.
Was that? Yes, that was at the Claridge.
It was.
I don't know if Kenan Thompson was actually there or if he's like the sponsor, or if it's like the Kenan Thompson Comedy Hour or something. Who knows? And then also Jeff from New York. We can't go an episode without mentioning something that he posted. He posted a picture from the elevator of ACX1 where there's just like blue painter's tape over the third floor, I think, button.
And it was just written closed.
Written closed. So that's the floor with the restaurants and like the Adirondack chairs where you can sit and look out over the ocean. No more sitting and looking out over the ocean. It's not allowed.
Yep.
Which is a bummer.
Banned.
Maybe they're shooting something up there. Maybe they're filming something up there.
I don't think so.
Can't go now.
All right. If you want to reach out to us or any of our other listeners, you can do so to our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/doforwin. Find all of our great content, but not shirts, at doforwin.com. Reach out to Craig on Twitter at doforwin or me at Kyle Askin, and send Craig questions or always once never suggestions at doforwin@gmail.com. We will murder it.
We will murder it. Always once never.
Any last words?
Don't think we've forgotten about the data. Don't think you're off the hook. There's homework.
No. Yeah, next time.
Next time. And we've got a couple of mailbag questions for next time.
Ooh, it's going to be good.
It is. So we've got you hooked for another episode.
That's how we do it.
2 weeks from now.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for listening to our very first trip review on the 2 for 1 podcast.
It's amazing that we made it 236 episodes without a trip review.
Yeah, but we've done it finally. Our dreams have come true. We will talk to you all in a couple weeks.
Does Epic even get you into the club, into the lounge?
I don't think so. Does it?
Let's see. Star card benefits, rewards. Epic. You do indeed have VIP club access, and you get a birthday dinner 1x per year.
Oh, it's in the past.